Hello to everyone. In the last few years the word adventure became very popular. Even my channel is named Motorcycle Adventures. It sounds very powerful and we all love it, no doubt about it. Motorcycle companies know that as well and they use it very well to promote their new models and advertise it as adventure machines. But what is really an adventure motorcycle? How to choose the proper model? In this video I'm gonna talk about it. Stay with me. Welcome back guys. I will start with the definition of adventure. It is unknown and exciting experience, usually involves some risk. Did you hear something about motorcycle? Me either. The adventure is very special state of mind and it could be reached with almost anything. The motorcycle is just a vehicle to bring you there. I know that this sounds very philosophical, but this is the reality. With this, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have any preferences or all motorcycles are the same. No, absolutely not. What I'm saying is that it could be done with almost anything. As long as you want, you can find so many examples in internet with people who went around the world with so-called improper machines like a Yamaha R1 or 50cc scooter. However, we all have some preferences how the adventure motorcycle is supposed to look like. I cannot talk from the name of all riders around the world, but I can tell you what I think. What are my requirements and what I expect from my adventure motorcycle. I will repeat it. My adventure motorcycle. To avoid any misunderstanding, I will say it again. My adventure motorcycle. Yours could be absolutely different. No, I'm okay with this. I have no goal to change you or to push you to buy something else, something you don't like. Just you have to find exactly for yourself what you need, what kind of trips you do and what kind of motorcycle you need. Everybody likes something different. It's like women, we all like different type of women. Let me show you one short video from my last trip to Ireland and Scotland. It is a very good example that on a long motorcycle trip you have to be ready and to expect almost everything. So guys, based on my experience, I do have some preferences and number one is reliability. This is the most important factor for me. Anything else like a great design, super powerful engine, all cool features, it doesn't really matter if the bike is not reliable. The design is the last thing I would like to see when the motorcycle stopped. The powerful engine means nothing when it doesn't work. Super cool features are nothing more than useless piece of technology when you're stuck in the middle of nowhere. Number two, the weight. I said this thousands of times, but I'll say it again. The weight is always matter. As I said at the beginning, this is what I expect from my adventure motorcycle. If you think that bigger and heavier is better, I perfectly understand that and respect your choice. You'll be the one who need to deal with the weight if necessary. Just make sure that you can lift your motorcycle, load it with entire luggage alone without any help. And you can do it at least a couple of times. And keep in mind that when you do it in your garage will be one, but when you have to do it after the whole day of riding, when you're exhausted, when you're possibly dehydrated, or when it's at 35 degrees or -10, will be absolutely different. I'll not even mention the possible scenarios to be stuck under the motorcycle. Just keep that in mind. Number three, possibility to load luggage. It is obvious that if you have the idea to travel, you will need it. As you know guys, I travel very light. I usually carry about 20 kilograms, but even that amount of weight requires a strong frame and subframe. For example, you cannot really load it a proper dirt bike because the subframe is not designed for this. It is made from aluminum and it is very fragile. It is designed just to hold your mudguard, nothing more. This is something very important and you should know that from the beginning, of course, without sacrificing the total weight of the bike. When you go off-road, there will be a lot of bumps and shakings and the frame and the subframe especially could give up much faster than you can even imagine. Number 4 are the wheels. In my case, as you know guys, I always love to include at least couple of kilometers off-road in my trips. Because of that, I prefer the combination 21-inch front and 17 or 18 on the back. This will give me the chance to ride in more road terrains without damaging the wheels. Of course, if you plan to have only asphalt roads, this is not necessary, but the my point of view is different. I'm thinking that with this combination I can do it just fine on the highways, and I can also do it fine on the dirt roads. I know guys that for you it doesn't really matter because you have plans to ride only on the road, but as I said at the beginning, these are my preferences, my adventure motorcycle. Number 5 is the suspension. This is something very important, but most of the riders never think about it. The common understanding is that you need good suspension only if you have plans to go off-road, but this is not true. Every time when you twist the throttle, when you press the brake, when you go into the corner or when you accelerate fast, the suspension is what is responsible to make it trouble-free. Actually, if you make an experiment with two exactly the same bikes, with exactly the same wheels, exactly the same tires, exactly the same engines, and exactly the same setups, but with different suspension, there will be like two different motorcycles, and you will feel significant difference in your riding comfort and your safety at all. So guys, that's it, nothing more. Anything else like a big petrol tank, a taller windscreen, better lights or any kind of adventure features could be added later if you have the basics I just told you. As usual guys, thank you very much for watching and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Ciao!